Go to executive session after we take the resolutions. So. Yeah.
I think that'd be a great thing. But we just, we have to have.
Do it after the resolutions.
Probably. We probably start.
Yeah. Resolutions.
Well, definitely that. Okay.
Same time.
Bring this down. Special pillow.
I'd like to call to order the Shandaken Town Board meeting for September 2019. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Board member Alba. Here. Board member Klein. Here. Board member Storm. Here. Board member Markham. Here. Supervisor Allen.
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve the previous town board meeting minutes?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Supervisor financial report, August 2019. Police fees, $105. Medical insurance reimbursement, $150.66. Ambulance fees, $4,648.89. Town clerk fees, Easy Pass Conservation, $144.96. Cell tower, doctor's office rental, $1,302.85. Justice fees, $15,523. Building permit fees, $2,415.50. Dog licenses, $109. Central mail contractual, $52.85. Zoning fees, $115. Miscellaneous revenue, unclassified revenue, $172. Registrar fees, $180. Highway revenue, $760.80 for a total of $25,680.51. Communications, I didn't have time to draw anything up. There was only a few resolutions for this evening. We did have resolution to accept the bids for the septic district in Shandaken, but we're gonna need time to review those bids once they're in. So the engineers and the attorney are here tonight to discuss some issues that we have with the Shandaken Septic District. We will let them speak just prior to the committee reports, and then we will be going to an executive session to discuss some with the attorney following the town board resolutions. We have a resolution tonight to authorize a supplemental agreement with DOT. This is regarding getting a right-of-way accomplished for the Peck Hollow Bridge, which is through the New York Bridge, our Bridge New York program, a grant that we received, and we're ready to move forward with that project. We do have the final version of the town flood mitigation plan, which needs to be submitted to FEMA in order for us to approve community rating system points, which again, we're waiting for FEMA to come here to do an investigation of the building department to ensure that we're following up on all these flood regulations. We have a renewal for our urgent contract with the County of Ulster. We have our annual resolution regarding neighborly requests asking for no campaign signs being posted until after Columbus Day weekend. And we have a waiver for a liquor license for a new restaurant to open where the Zephyr was located called Tito's Banditos. It's Tex-Mex, if you didn't know that. And, that's about it.
Want me to do these two? Okay, Creekside Drive up off Route 42. Gentlemen. Creekside Drive will be closed starting September 16th until around Columbus Day. Repairs are going to be made 0.6 miles up from the Route 42 entrance. So if you live on the other side where the repairs are going to be, obviously you have to go around. We've done it before. Saturday, October 5th, the mobile vet van will be here at the town hall. Low-cost rabies and distemper shots for dogs, cats, and goats are at 9 a.m. No appointment needed, cash only. Low-cost surgeries throughout the day, as well as the $25 cat spay neuter program, and that offers only for Shandaken residents.
Not chickens?
Nope, no chickens. Call town clerk for info on the cat program, and call the Upstate Spay and Neuter Service at 845-901-4637 to make an appointment for any surgeries you need. That's it. The rest of the events are on our town website and our Facebook page.
Thank you, Joyce. Anybody else? With that, we'll move on to committee reports. Ambulance.
Good evening. Longest report, the town of Shandaken ambulance. Total calls received was 41. Mutual aid was given twice to Greene County, and mutual aid was not received into the town. Summer is nearly officially over, and with it comes those wonderful windows open nights that many of us look forward to all year long. Others choose to close the windows and fire up their indoor heating systems for the first time. As with any heat source that lays dormant during the warm months, be sure to check and professionally service your heating systems prior to firing them up. Particularly pay attention to appliances with pilot lights, as well as exhaust flues, vents, and chimneys. If you smell gas, always dial 911. Albeit we often coincide our smoke detector battery changes and checks with the summer and winter solstice, please do not forget to check your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors prior to utilizing your heating devices. Oftentimes than not, we face an onslaught of carbon monoxide detector activations the first week of cold weather, and thankfully, these detectors do their job in alerting occupants of the deadly odorless and colorless gas caused by incomplete combustion. Please check these devices and make sure that they are in date and with new batteries. If you or a resident that you know needs help with installing a smoke or CO detector or any other non-emergency question regarding the detectors, please call either myself at 845-901-0228 or Joyce Grant at 688-5004. And then we will contact someone that can assist you or your loved ones in making sure that you are safe this heating season. As always, in an emergency, call 911. Thanks.
Thank you, Rich. Building and zoning, Alan?
Here's a report for August. It's our guess that we had over 200 department calls for questions. We issued 28 building permits, 2 demolition permits, 72 building inspections, 1 fire inspection, 6 certificates of occupancy, and 9 certificates of compliance. 1 stop work order, and 4 violation letters were sent out. Additionally, I rejected the application for a building permit for the statue at 822 Woodland Valley. They desire to appeal that decision and take it to the ZBA. And also 5 appearance tickets were issued in August for various code violations, and all of those people will be coming back in September to stand before the judge again.
Thank you, Guy. Additionally, I believe the first meeting of the short-term rental committee is due, Chris, I'm looking at you, I think it's next Monday, September 16th at 6:30, correct? Or 7? 7.
Yes.
So anybody interested in the short-term rental issue, you're more than welcome to attend that committee meeting next Monday at 7 o'clock. We will have it televised by Ellen, but looking forward to that news. Phoenicia Water. Alfred.
Hi, everybody. Rick's feeling much more himself, so we're more than happy to hear that. System is running fine, and so far, no further leaks. Thanks.
Pine Hill Water, no report. I know Donnie had an issue with the line running towards the sewer treatment plant, and they were weed whacking along there last week, and he had rural water and then looking for leaks along those lines. So there may be some disturbance of service in Pine Hill along the route by Friendship Manor Road there for some period of time. Museum, Doris.
Hi. First of all, I do want to thank the town and Rob for helping us start work on the building. It's, we had a lot of needed repairs, and it's happening, and we're all excited because, and I also wanted to thank Joyce for helping me through the hell of bulk mailing, and Faye for giving me time off on something I'm supposed to help her with, so I could get this done. And everybody else on the board, because I think everybody is really interested in seeing our museum succeed. Which brings me to the next thing. We had over 90 visitors this month. We have the Woodstock Times come and interview on Sunday. And the biggest thing is we're having a big celebration, 30 years at the museum. We're having free cupcakes and refreshments. We put out a commemorative cookbook that was published 30 years ago, and a little commemorative medallion with a picture of the building on it. So there are going to be a bunch of, fun events. Come, it's only from 11 to 3 on Saturday, and, see what it's all about. We are trying to raise money to upgrade our exhibits and to make it a little bit more user-friendly. And, everybody has been terrific. The town, the whole town, has been really supportive in helping us get this book out. And that's our event. Thank you, everybody.
Very good. Thank you, Doris. Recreation.
We've had a couple of serious inquiries about the vacant positions for director and the park managers, which is good. So hopefully, I was hoping to have it squared away by tonight, but they were relatively recent, as in like 3 days ago. So hopefully we'll have it squared away by the next meeting and full steam ahead for next year.
With that, no other committee reports, public comments on resolutions. None? I do have one motion. We have 2 vehicles that are sitting over here. I have inquired at a local dealership about trading these vehicles in so we can get a decent vehicle to be used by building, zoning, assessor's office, and so on and so forth, and have had no luck. So I think Eric and I had a discussion, and we're probably just going to put these vehicles up on what's called, it's Auctions International. Is that the website we did with the truck? So I'd just like to make a motion to allow me to put those vehicles up on Auctions International to get rid of them and hopefully find some kind of replacement vehicle for everybody to use. So.
And one more truck, one of the old highway trucks, we can do it for the same time.
Auction that off too.
A highway truck?
Yeah.
Actually, 3 vehicles.
For 3 vehicles right now. I know we have a paramedic vehicle, but we still have to get a bunch of equipment off of that before we can
Where are
put
you
that up.
gonna look for a vehicle? Don't go to this guy over in Arkville. Go to,
All right.
the guy in Arkville there, the one I had, Carol.
The truck, you're still driving.
The one I'm still
For a
driving,
couple of
yeah.
years, yeah.
Dangerously. If I have an accident,
Dangerous.
to everybody in here.
Okay, right, whatever. So we have a motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. With that, we'll move on to resolutions. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Well,
I kind of skipped over
why don't
you
you do
guys.
resolutions, and then we'll do our presentation, and then go into executive session, so it'll all
Okay.
run into each other.
Resolutions will be a few minutes.
Resolution 10719, resolution to pay all bills.
Whereas the Department of Audit and Control require town boards to sign and inspect all vouchers coming into the town for payment, to number and total amounts from each fund. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board authorize the following vouchers paid. From general, $158,939.19. From highway, $103,974.73. Phoenicia Water, $9,071.71. Pine Hill Water, $3,247.98. Phoenicia Lights, $970.02. Chichester Lights, $150.02. Pine Hill Lights, $577.28, for a total of $200,076,931.01. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member Discipline?
Yes.
Board Member Storm?
Yes.
Board Member Van Larkin?
Yes.
Supervisor Sam?
Yes.
Resolution 10819, accept bids for Shandaken septic wells.
We're tabling that.
Table.
It's tabled.
Resolution 10919, authorizing the implementation and funding of the cost of 100% of the cost of transportation project which may be eligible for federal aid and/or state aid or reimbursement from Bridge New York funds. Whereas a project for the bridge replacement of Peck Hollow Road over Peck Hollow Stream in the town of Shandaken, Ulster County, bin 2270000, identified as pin 8761.61, the project is eligible for funding under Title 23 U.S. Code as amended. That calls for the apportionment of the costs of such program to be borne at the ratio of 95% federal funds and 5% non-federal funds. And whereas the town of Shandaken will design, let, and construct the project, and whereas the town of Shandaken desires to advance the project by making a commitment of 100% of the cost of the work for the project or portions thereof. Now therefore, the town of Shandaken Town Board duly convened does hereby resolve that the town of Shandaken Town Board hereby approves the above subject project, and it is hereby further resolved that the town of Shandaken Town Board hereby authorizes the town of Shandaken to pay in the first instance 100% of the cost of right-of-way acquisition work for the project or portions thereof, with the understanding that qualified costs may be eligible for federal aid, state aid, or reimbursement from Bridge New York funds. And it is further resolved that the sum of $25,000 is hereby appropriated from and made available to cover the cost of participation in the above phases of the project. And it is further resolved that in the event the project costs not covered by federal aid, state aid, or New York Bridge funding exceed the amount appropriated above, the Town Board of Shandaken shall convene as soon as possible to appropriate said excess amount immediately upon the notification by the town supervisor thereof. And it is further resolved that the town of Shandaken hereby agrees that construction of the project shall begin no later than 18 months after award of the construction phase of the project shall be completed within 36 months. And it is further resolved that the supervisor of the town of Shandaken be and is hereby authorized to execute on behalf of the town of Shandaken all necessary agreements, certifications, or reimbursement requests for federal aid and/or state aid with the New York State Department of Transportation in connection with the advancement or approval of the project, and providing for the administration of the project in the town of Shandaken's funding of project costs and permanent funding of the local share of federal aid and state aid eligible project costs and all project costs within appropriations therefore and are not so eligible. And it is further resolved that in addition to the town supervisor, the following municipal titles, highway superintendent, town engineer, town comptroller, treasurer, are also hereby authorized to execute any necessary agreements or certifications on behalf of the town of Shandaken with New York State DOT in connection with the advancement or approval of the project identified in the state local agreement. And it is further resolved that the certified copy of this resolution be filed with the New York State Commissioner of Transportation by attaching it to any necessary agreement such as supplemental agreement number 1 in connection with the project. And it is further resolved this resolution shall take effect immediately. And move its adoption.
Second. Did you get all that?
Yeah.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member Discipline?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
I'm wondering, I thought this was all paid for by funds.
No, it's a 95-5 split. So we have to have the upfront costs and we get reimbursed by DOT.
Right.
And they're basically requesting that we say that we have the $25,000 set aside for this project that's available, that can be rotated. Again, right now, I think we're, the right of ways, I think it's maybe $600, Eric, is that
Yeah,
what
it's
it
not
is?
a lot.
Yeah, it was like $600.
Piece of property.
It's a little sliver, and, it's really just for the construction phase of the project, it's not to take ownership of it, it's just to use it while we're doing the construction phase of the bridge.
DOT and the federal government, anything when you do a bridge project, they make you take an easement so you can, maintain the bridge in the future.
Right.
So you don't have to go through illegal, stuff down the road.
But it's saying that if there's more costs associated, the town's gonna be responsible for it?
Yeah, well, it's 95/5 match, and if it goes over, we're responsible for it.
It's a $26
They're
million.
paying $95,000, we're paying
No.
the remainder, instead of us paying all.
No, it's like 800,
$955,000, sorry.
No, but it,
855, right?
The total cost of the project is $955,000.
right, but then there's the
They
pot
pay,
that will be
was it
taken care of
95%
and,
it, and we pay 5%, it's 95/5.
okay,
So we have to state to them that we have the funds set aside for the project.
Got it.
If the project goes over, they're responsible for it going over. Still, for the town, it's still, they're paying the majority of it, no matter what.
right. Yeah, I was under the impression that it was like a $26 million and it was there, that's going to take care of all the septics and.
No, okay, so two
So
separate
I'm
things.
very confused
Yeah,
here.
this is just the Peck Hollow Bridge replacement.
Oh, this is Peck Hollow, okay. I'm
It's
a
not
little
the septic.
bit-
New York,
sorry.
yeah.
And the septic maintenance district we'll get into in a minute, but
Got it.
that's a
Okay.
$6 million pot? Not
Yeah,
26.
Okay, so that's what it is, so that we just have to give a certain amount, and that's the guarantee that we're gonna do the percentage of the project.
Correct.
Okay, all right, I understand it now.
All right,
Yes.
clear, yes?
Yes, aye.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes. Resolution 11019, adopting Town of Shandaken Flood Mitigation Plan. Whereas the Town of Shandaken is subject to flooding that can damage property, close businesses, disrupt traffic, and present a public health and safety hazard. And whereas in July of 2013, the Town Board of Shandaken adopted the Town of Shandaken Flood Mitigation and Emergency Response Plan, following FEMA guidelines for such plans. And whereas the town is required to review the plan annually and update the plan every 5 years. And whereas funding was secured from the Ashoka Watershed Stream Management Program, AWSMP, and Tetra Tech, Inc. had been hired to assist the town in this effort. And whereas several federal programs require that the town has a current flood mitigation plan to qualify for their benefits. And whereas the Safari Committee and Tetra Tech, Inc. personnel have completed their work on the plan following a public hearing held earlier this year. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town of Shandaken Town Board does hereby accept the final version of the Town of Shandaken Flood Mitigation and Damage Prevention Plan, including any supplemental language which may be supplied by FEMA following their formal review of the plan. And be it further resolved that the Town of Shandaken Town Board requests that such plan be submitted to FEMA for inclusion of the town's application into the Community Rating System, CRS, in order to help reduce flood insurance rates for property owners within the Town of Shandaken and move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member Alba? Yes. Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Storm?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 111-19, resolution to renew agreement with Ulster Regional Gang Enforcement Narcotics Team, known as Urgent. Whereas various town and village police departments in the county of Ulster, together with the Ulster County Sheriff's Office as member agencies, seek to operate and act collectively as a task force team pursuant to federal policies and guidelines. Such task force, known as the Ulster Regional Gang Enforcement Narcotics Team, Urgent. And whereas the mission of Urgent is to achieve maximum coordination and cooperation through utilizing combined resources of member agencies to primarily investigate gang members and affiliates involved in criminal enterprises, as well as investigate narcotic-related offenses and the possession and sale of illegal firearms in Ulster County. And whereas membership in the Urgent Task Force will benefit the town of Shandaken in that it will provide a specialized unit to combat gang violence and narcotic trafficking within the town in Ulster County. And whereas the town board has reviewed the intermunicipal cooperative agreement, Ulster Regional Gang Enforcement Narcotics Team, proposed by the Ulster County District Attorney and the Ulster County Sheriff, a copy of which is annexed hereto and made part of this resolution. And whereas the police chief of the town of Shandaken has also received the annexed intermunicipal cooperative agreement and has recommended that the town board approve the agreement. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Shandaken hereby approves the annex agreement and membership in the task force. And be it further resolved, the town supervisor of the town of Shandaken is authorized to execute the annex agreement on behalf of the town. I move its adoption.
Second.
Discussion? What's the budget on this? Is there no
Doesn't
budget?
cost us nothing.
It just manpower, like you send somebody down for training once a month or once a week,
Maybe once a year.
once a year?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
Again, really, it's that usually our officers, and I wish Chad was here to explain it more, but our officers are called in to assist in gang-related or drug-related offenses. Then we,
As training?
no, as an activity, if they're going after someone
Okay.
to arrest them. If we go in, then we're entitled to portions of whatever may be confiscated or forfeited to them under this agreement.
Oh, in our jurisdiction?
So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's basically,
Okay.
Have we made any money on these?
yes. Every couple of years, we get a couple of $1,000s. So, I think, 2-3 years ago, we got $5,000.
Is it often?
No, again, we have some here in the town. Some, again, our officers assist with Olive as they do with a lot of just natural occurrences sometimes. They go and help out. But it's mostly for the drug-related offenses. Like I said, the last one I knew of was probably about 2-3 years ago. It costs us that.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member DeStefani?
Yes.
Board Member Storm? Yes. Board Member Van Blarken?
Yes.
Supervisor Sanders?
Yes.
Just. Resolution 11219, resolution requesting no campaign signage until after Columbus Day, October 8th, 2018.
That would be October 14th,
Yeah, yeah.
2019.
Yeah, yeah. I fixed with that.